Walk.
Yo, we watched Long Walk.
Hey, I'm the host.
Start over.
Jesus. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was amazing.
Don't think of this reaction as like it's not bad. It's really great, but
it was an incredible movie, and it thoroughly devastated everybody in the movie theater.
Especially good old Dex here.
Yep.
You and me, Dex, we like set up so many Stephen King cocaine jokes before seeing this movie.
I was a seat away from these two, so I wasn't.
No,
it was before.
Yeah, it was before.
Oh,
we
okay.
went
So
to
I
go
was
see
3
them.
hours away from them at the time.
Yeah.
So I knew even less.
Yeah. Me and Dax were just continuously making Stephen King cocaine jokes. We made the joke that like the water he drinks is cocaine, and he's like, "Hold on, I gotta get my water."
Doesn't have the same consistency as like water. It's just fucking cocaine.
And I was expecting I don't know why, but even though I was excited for this movie, I was expecting for it to disappoint me. But holy shit!
It was not a disappointing movie in the slightest. Oh my god! I knew it was going to be morbid, but I did not think it was going to be that morbid. It was unbelievable.
All right, so I guess we're starting with non-spoilers because we're starting with non-spoilers, but
Yeah.
we'll get to spoilers. And yeah, God, where to begin? So
Yep.
cinematography, you know, the cinematography is
It's
it's standard. It's good.
that.
It's just, you know, about what you expect when all you have to do is like
frame like the way they walk.
Film some guys walking on a street. Otherwise, you're gonna get like that one director who's just like, we need to get every shot in here, rotate around him, like it's
50
goddamn like.
jump cuts per scene.
like it's James Gunn's Superman, where it's like, now we're rotating.
Oh
Have you
yeah.
seen the video? I think it's from a soap opera of a garbage truck that's about to crash into a post. And every time it's about to hit the post, the camera cuts away and it goes back like a few seconds before. Have you seen that video?
No.
Put it up on screen.
No.
I'll send it to you. Yes. put it on screen.
I don't edit these videos. But yeah, it's not like, you know, James Gunn going for every single shot that he can. It's just
Nope.
standard cinematography.
It's,
so
every shot is pretty one and done.
yes,
I liked it. I think it was framed super well. They did not like one thing I was a little afraid of is that they would abuse wide shots, and they very much did not, which is good. I think it was good for the movie that most of it was close together, and then you would get a wide shot to get a feel of how far away and far apart they were from, I mean, civilization a lot of the time, but also just how long they've been walking and how far they've been walking.
yeah. A lot of it is just characters talking, which I don't find boring in the slightest. Some people could find it boring because they want
The action.
you know, I'll get to that in a moment, but yeah, basically the whole story is just, yeah, they're on a long walk, and if they fall behind or anything like that, they get shot. So
If they go below 3 miles an hour, they get shot.
yeah,
Under and over and all around, making sure not to get low in the
that I want to talk about because,
Right.
soon.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You okay?
Nice. I saw the moon. I didn't see the moon.
Oh yes, there's the moon.
See the moon. It is like, what is it exactly? 11:40 p.m. 11:45.
Don't give away our time zone.
It's 12:30. Just kidding.
It's like it's
It's 5 fucking.
It's 6 a.m.
Yeah. It's 3 p.m.
It's
Yeah, sorry.
6 a.m. currently in Denmark, I think, where we are as of recording.
Yeah, you look like a Denmarkian.
It is negative. It is negative 31 in China.
Yeah. It's about 40
You're
in
a
Australia.
Japanese man. God. You doesn't fall out with the plan at all.
Only the Japanese can experience the negatives.
Now we have to subtitle this video in
Dude,
Japanese. Hire a translator.
Just every time we make a racist joke, it goes like, I love the Japanese.
I just imagine every time you make a racist joke, there is Japanese subtitles of the racist joke on the
how
bottom.
dare they?
And that's the only thing you transcribe, nothing else.
Right.
So
But
yeah.
yeah, so cinematography, very, very standard, very decent. Soundtrack, not much music.
which is the point.
But whenever it starts music, you're like, oh, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I guess this is a non-spoiler. It's just I don't know. I guess my one of my only issues is just that it can be pretty predictable at times of just like which character is going to die, because it's really focused on two main characters, but we get perspectives on the other characters, sure, but it gets pretty obvious at times of just like, oh yeah, this character's gone. However, the order in which they die is
It's highly unpredictable.
yeah, it's mostly unpredictable,
Which I really liked. I think the movie did.
unless you've seen the trailer, so you've seen like a few deaths.
Yeah.
Nothing too big though.
I did not watch the trailer. I went completely blind. Or if I did, then I've completely forgotten about it.
Another non-spoiler issue is just, I don't know, it felt kind of weird that our main characters were like the only ones talking to each other, while everybody else in the group is like silent until they need to speak for the movie.
I think if the movie went on for longer, then they could have done that. But
Yeah, I guess it would be difficult to have the other characters have conversations while our main characters is having conversations. I don't know. It just felt weird that there was other characters that just were completely silent. I can understand some quiet people, but there would absolutely be other people trying to make conversation, not just our main characters and whoever talks to those main characters.
for reference, for what I'm talking about, the film's runtime is an hour and 40 minutes. So
Yes.
yeah, I do think
It felt like 2 hours.
It felt like 2 hours. My feet were hurting watching that movie. So it did a good job on that.
Oh, when we exited the theater and we were walking on the sidewalk, I was like,
I know.
this feels kind of weird.
Yeah. I just I felt it in the ankles watching the movie. I noticed especially in the final 30 minutes, I'm like, man, my ankles really hurt watching this. And I would try to change how much pressure I was putting on them, and it didn't make it any more comfortable. So I think that goes to show that the movie's really good at creating the brutal feeling that it's trying to forget or to create. I mean,
Yeah. Thank God Spectre is here, because
Yo.
otherwise me and Dax would just be stuck on the non-spoilers for 3 minutes before we're like, all right, we're going straight to spoilers.
yeah. Are we ready to talk about spoilers?
What else can we talk about? Well, characters and stuff, that's spoiler talk.
Right.
Story. I guess I could just say it's a very tense ride.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very tense ride in terms of, because this is not really a story that's predictable in the way of who's going to
Make it.
who's going to make it, because
Right.
I had this prediction for a long time of what was going to happen, and then it ended up didn't happening. Fucking hell. Didn't happen.
I had that happen too, where I had an idea of how certain things were going to go, and they ended up not happening.
I guess we could just move on to spoilers. So
On
my
that note.
my issues, these are my only issues. First up, they said if you fall behind, or if you go over it, or you try to run away, or stuff like that, you get shot.
Yeah.
Simple as that. However, in that first nighttime sequence, when our main character, Garrison?
Gary. No,
Garrison?
Ray.
Ray, yeah.
Gary's a different character.
No, Garrison is like his last name, isn't it?
No, it's it does start with a G. It's not Garrison.
Okay.
Greg.
Ray Guywalker.
Ray Skywalker. The movie would be better if that was his name.
Yeah, Ray. When it's in the first nighttime sequence, and he trips over once, they go warning. It's like, okay, yeah, there's his warning. But then he gets a second warning and a third warning, and the guy's like aiming his gun at him. It's like, but he's not falling up. There's clearly people way behind, further than he is.
Well, it's not about falling behind the pack. It's specifically about if you go under the 3 mile an hour speed.
Right.
So if you're going like,
You're probably like going the same pace, but you're like
Right.
doing it in a different way. Because a lot of
Assuming-
Wait, is it more so 3 miles as in like
It's-
you're pacing, or
you have to be 3 miles an hour minimum.
Especially since since people are built differently, so
Right.
like you could literally be up front for all you want at like the same pace. But
yeah, if you fall down to 2 miles an hour, even if you're like way ahead of everyone else,
even if
then
you're like the
still
lightest
gonna
in
get a
the
warning.
yeah.
okay,
So,
okay.
yeah, that part I got. They never really emphasized what the maximum speed limit is, which like was a minor thing in the back of my mind. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. No one's going to try sprinting up the road because they would just get shot. But I didn't think.
Look, I'm ahead. I'm winning.
I did it, Mom.
Can we talk about main character death spoilers yet?
Hold on, we'll get there.
We get there.
Yeah. What were my other problems?
I did not have very many issues. I thought it was good.
I guess I kind of skimmed over whether or not, because yeah, they make it very clear that some characters need to piss, some characters need to shit, that sort of thing,
Right.
and it is shown quite a few times.
It was a bit excessive.
But I guess we just have to assume that anything else was just skimmed over. I guess. I was
Yeah.
like, what is the time limit for when your warnings get cleared?
I think part of the point is that it wasn't established, because what was shown was that the soldiers were clearly very sadistic in their intent, where they would like drag out someone's death if it would be more painful for them.
Right.
Right.
Oh my god. Can we talk about? Oh god, can I talk about this part yet?
Which part?
Is it at like the third climax or in the
the
middle?
tank.
The tank.
The tank treads.
Oh,
Can we talk about that?
I mean, it's not really. It's
What's wrong with it specifically?
I meant like, are we at the point where we can talk about this?
We can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
spoiler
so
section.
the part with the tank tread. So basically, what I'm talking about is there's a part where one of the characters gets his leg run over with tank treads.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You would think that in that situation, the soldier would just shoot him, but they draw out his death as long as possible to be as sadistic as possible. That inflicts as much pain on that character, but also absolutely crushes the morale of everybody else walking.
I don't know. Then they did say that like they would let them bleed out, or in that case,
Did they say that?
they probably said it. Just probably
No, because the way it happened was like they went through his three warnings.
Olsen like
Olsen,
bleeds
yeah.
out, doesn't he?
yeah,
Did he?
yeah,
No, he got shot.
Yeah.
He got
Well,
shot after
he got shot, but he bled out for the rest of his lifespan.
I thought after they walked away, you could hear a gunshot behind them after they walked away from Olsen.
No, I think that was a different character.
Oh, maybe. I think one of the deaths. So, what's the name of the guy who was like an asshole? What was his name? Was he Gary?
The hillbilly guy.
No, the kid. He was the kid with the long blonde hair.
Wasn't he the hillbilly guy?
Yeah, the hillbilly guy.
Yeah, the hillbilly guy. What was
The
his
country
name?
bumpkin.
What's his name?
I think his name was. I think his name was Gary. I can't remember.
Was it Gary?
I want to say, but I can't really remember.
I can't remember.
Just
I
call
don't
him
remember his
Hillbilly.
name. Yeah, Hillbilly.
You're
that-
only calling him a hillbilly because he looks like a hillbilly. He has
That's
none
true.
of the other traits. He's more of a. He resembles more of a crack addict than a
He does
fucking
resemble a
hillbilly.
crack addict.
Well, hey,
See,
dude,
okay.
Well, I mean, this is a Stephen King type thing. I mean, you probably just want to do like the stereotypes of Stephen King.
I forget names, but don't.
I want
to
to make a self-insert.
representing DC, which became the 51st state at some point between whatever war this movie's talking about and whatever point this movie takes place.
Well,
which we assume to be the 1970s.
The war is not important.
Yeah, the war's not
Though we
important.
really have to think about why does the long walk, why is it needed?
Right.
Is it mainly to just boost the morale of other people?
Say again?
The long walk, is it just there to boost the morale of other people? What is it there for?
Well, the point is, it is to boost morale, but its place in society. What the movie's really about is if they can give cash prizes to the winner of this competition, right?
It's just,
Theoretically, they could also use that money to try and lift citizenry out of
poverty and all that
the
stuff.
poverty.
Considering that this takes place like
This is in what is basically, it's not Great Depression era, but they are
Post-
in economic depression.
Yeah.
We're thinking they say it's 19 years after the war that bankrupted the country.
so probably like post World War II.
We were thinking it's the early 1970s. One character mentions rockets that go to the moon, which I feel like means it's post 1969.
Well, the book was made either during the 70s or the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be theoretically talking about the Cold War going hot, maybe. I'm not sure. But the point is that instead of this is kind of like the Hunger Games, where the point is that the state or the elite, whichever the movie is commentating, theoretically has the power to lift everyone out of poverty, but doesn't, and instead chooses to create one of their own.
Right.
With a big cash prize of a lot of money going to one person instead of distributing that pool of money to people to try and pull themselves out of an economic depression.
Strong
So,
for the rich, and we
the rich get richer. Type deal. And then the movie dangles that over your head. This idea of one of you can get rich.
It's not necessarily the rich get richer, because in this case, it's
it's
mostly just the military that's in charge, because everybody else is like in great poverty.
Yeah, America in this movie is clearly, definitely a fascist state. Whatever dystopian version of America this is a like fascist militaristic state. Nationalistic state as well, very much so.
Maybe.
I think it is what is implied by the major, who seems to be a military dictator, with how he's seemingly judge, jury, and executioner over at least people who read seditious material and especially presenting it to others. It's kind of gives me Fahrenheit 451 vibes in that sense. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this, but that is kind of the point of the long walk. Is it creates morale, but it is also a way to distract the citizenry from being able to lift everyone out of poverty, because there's this big competition, and theoretically you can win. It's kind of like the lottery, but way more evil, ruling, and fucked up than the lottery is.
So like the lottery.
Yeah. So like the lottery.
It's just a sign and a message to like.
Yes.
Then there's also his story, The Running Man, which follows something similar of just like people being used to violence. I guess Stephen King had like a thing for fucking people being okay with violence.
Brutality.
He must have been through some sort of phase.
We know what phase he went.
I was thinking about like I bring up the Hunger Games. There needs to be a name for the kind of genre that the Hunger Games is, where it's a bunch
Battle
of poor
Royale.
people, the Battle Royale. A bunch of poor people enlisting in a competition, eliminating each other or putting themselves in serious danger to get money.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
A Battle Royale.
You know what? Please don't mention fucking Fortnite.
Froggo hates Fortnite.
But you know what? I'm fucking glad that they didn't do. They didn't do the fucking classic dystopian trope of just like, oh, but we found a way around the game,
Yeah.
so that we can sneak through and beat the evil guy and win. It's just like, no, it's just simply these characters
They're
are going
truly
through,
stuck in this situation.
yeah, they're stuck in this situation
Sliding
for
down.
until the very end of the game. I think we can all agree that our favorite character is Peter.
I like Pete.
The black guy?
Yeah.
Pete.
I don't know if I could say that. It's not PC. I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't even do that. It's just
You can come up with other descriptors if you're so afraid.
Oh, the better.
Say, the guy with all the forehead wrinkles.
The guy
the guy with all that melanin.
melatonin.
No melanin.
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 Melanin is what makes your skin dark. If you're a black person.
What's the opposite of melanin?
Because
it's like Michael Jackson.
Melon whites.
Bleach. That's not even a joke. Skin bleach.
No.
Anyways,
the
yes.
term
Pete.
Michael Jackson.
So I think what was so brutal about the movie's ending.
Hold on, I need to learn how to live the life of a white guy. Hold on.
Anyways, the Pete is the light kind of in the darkness. The movie's very explicit about that, which it kind of needed to because he kind of reinforced the themes of the movie.
Yeah.
Pete was kind of Rey's guiding light, and I think the movie's kind of genius for framing Rey as the main character because Rey then becomes the one you expect to win, and Pete is the one you expect to die at the end. So that reversal is not only a great plot twist, but the way the movie ends with Rey not only falling behind because he believes that Pete can be the light that lifts the world out of the darkness, but the fact that Pete therefore makes the choice to kill the Major.
That leads to hold on. That leads to one of my issues.
Yeah.
Peter stays behind.
Yeah.
And you know he gets grabbed by Rey. They keep going forward.
Right.
Ray stays behind. He gets shot almost instantly.
Well, because Pete, when Rey picked up Pete, he presumably got a warning, or got
right,
warnings.
but it took a
and
bit.
So,
It took a bit.
Right. The timing was a little weird, but it kind of makes sense. Where it's like, oh, they both got warnings, and then Rey exhausted his warnings after Pete kept moving.
Yeah.
Was the idea?
That's another one of my issues. It's just that at one point in the film, Mark Hamill says, "You're at the home stretch." And it's like, I thought you said there was no finish line.
Well, home stretch meaning there's very few of them left.
Yeah.
All right, but at the same time, it's like, yay, they're over here where there's lots of people watching them and stuff like that. It's just like, wait, so was this a finish line? I don't understand.
It was not intended to.
Probably not.
This part's kind of weird. It wasn't like they didn't know it was the finish line. They would walk through populated areas. The way the trailers,
right, but this was the most populated area.
Yeah, it was. It was probably just because they walked so far. They walked into a very populated area.
Well, they say at the beginning it's just like, yeah, the only audience we'll get is mostly near the end.
Right.
So it's like, was that near
the end? Meaning like, oh, there's very few people left. So hypothetically, if they started further up the road and a lot more of them were left, then that audience probably wouldn't have congregated there.
Right.
You could probably because it was so likely for that to be the end.
Right.
That is why people were out in the street. People probably though, even if hypothetically if 30 of them were left at that point, they still walked 375 miles at that point.
I bet you could probably argue that if they probably went further along, there would have been a more gathering of people, depending on how long.
Yeah, a bigger crowd would have definitely amassed to see them if they crossed the 400 threshold. Because I think what is the record that was stated at the beginning? It was 178 miles,
I believe,
was the record. So the amount that they walked for. I said this a second ago, but I'll say it again. They walked 373 miles, I think it is, exactly. So, like a quarter of 100 off from being at 400 miles. So that's really far. I think it was about 5 days total. The time actually tracked pretty well because I would see myself I would catch myself doing like mental math in the middle of the movie. It's, okay, they walk a mile
Square root of
minimum
31
every
times the
20 minutes. Every 20 minutes they walk a minimum.
Every
of 1
step
mile.
is like a scene from Sherlock.
Distract him.
Discombobulate. Walk to this left.
Have you seen that video?
Discombobulate.
I love that video so much. Okay, we're getting off track.
Make conversation. Discombobulate. Why am I doing that? Discombobulate.
But another thing I like that they did, and this is weird coming from a Stephen King story, because usually when Stephen King has like a bully, they are just fucking ruthless.
Well,
Right, yeah.
sometimes, well, in terms of like the books that they either written or the adaptations that they do, they could either just be, generic, like, you suck too. I'm gonna carve my name in your fucking belly.
Yeah.
It could be like the bully in like It or Christine, where it's like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
The bully in this movie was used to great effect. So here's the thing.
Your blood sustains my sight.
Yum!
I thought about this early on in the movie. I'm like, okay, the way the bully is going to go down is someone's going to give up and they're going to take the bully down with him, and that's how that character who takes him down is going to die.
I thought that's how he was gonna die too, like taking
yeah,
someone with him.
I thought something.
I
was
thought
gonna
either he was going to take someone with him or someone was going to take him down. Maybe
Right.
One of my
the way it actually happened. So because the bully,
wait. I was just gonna say, one of my predictions was that Peter was gonna go down fighting him.
Yeah, and actually, that's what I thought too.
I didn't think it would be Pete, but I did think that I thought it would be like, I don't want to call any of the characters no names. They're all pretty important.
Asian
but,
kid. I'm just kidding.
Olsen.
Olsen. That's a name I can.
Now who's not PC? Fucking hypocrite.
So
We don't do that here.
No.
though. We don't do PC.
We don't
So,
hypocrite people here. You piece of shit.
we can make as many racist jokes as we want.
okay.
What's up, man? No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't say that. So okay.
We don't support
Regardless, we're getting way off track. Jesus, it's been almost 30 minutes.
You're fine.
So the way that the bully actually died, I thought was pretty.
Sorry, I was trying to throw that back.
Stop playing with things, Jesus. The way the bully actually died, I thought was pretty ingenious. Where near the end, because the bully being a bully caused characters to die, characters would call him a killer, and it would really bother him. And eventually, that remorse that he felt for killing other people, as much as he tried to deny it, came back, and that's what ultimately got him to give up and kill himself on his own volition.
Yeah, because he just fucking breaks at the end.
He breaks.
Oh,
he
yeah,
just
definitely.
completely falls apart.
In fact, a lot of the characters just break.
I just feel
That's
bad.
kind of the point of the movie.
I just feel bad for the ones that either couldn't make it just because of their freaking body types, or just like they broke a arm or leg.
Once you figure out that the first asshole they met was actually just doing this because he was a bastard son,
Right.
of Mark Hamill, and he was just angry. He was upset, and he knew so much about the long walk.
He
because
thought he could win genuinely with his knowledge.
Son, let me tell you about the long walk.
Yeah.
Son, let me tell you about my opinions on Trump.
God.
It's like, no, Mark Hamill, no, not again.
The way
Chapter 1.
I thought that part was pretty ingenious. The way that the kid described himself as someone. He saw himself as, so what he says in the movie is the mechanical bunny that dogs chase in dog races.
Oh, yes, I know.
That they can never truly catch. And that was, it is implied that is how he saw himself. But when he goes down, when he's part of the final three, he says...
Who's the rabbit now?
He says, the truth is, though, I am, unlike the rabbits, I am actually made of flesh and blood, and my flesh and blood is failing me. And he goes into pretty gory details about his lungs filling up with mucus, so it was pretty brutal. This movie was very brutal.
yes.
Which,
yes.
of course, a Stephen King movie, but also I think especially this one, because of its more dystopian, non-slasher movie type setting.
Yeah.
Dude, if this was one of his first stories, what the fuck happened later on?
Yeah, I want, like, do you think, when's the part where Stephen King got weird? Like,
Probably when he did his sniffs.
His sniffs.
And then he did recover after like his car accident. Which, a near fatal.
It only took the near loss of my fucking life.
It only
Actually,
took,
you actually-
it only took the loss of the family Canyonero. But I recovered.
Well, actually, he did almost die in that car accident, and then he made another book.
Once I felt what it was like to sniff my own blood, I realized I can't go sniffing coke anymore. had a near fatal car accident.
I'm gonna make a book again. What's it gonna have? Shit weasels.
I'm gonna make a book again. Alright, so it's about this guy who snorts cocaine, but the cocaine comes to life, and it's like, I unleash my hoboogaloo on you.
The cocaine monster. Wait until
It's like the cream cheese monster from
do
Hotel
you guys know
Transylvania.
about? Do you guys know about Snowflame, the cocaine-powered supervillain?
What the?
That's a conversation for another time.
That's for another time. That's a video for me to show you guys when we get home.
One day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The last thing I think I have to say about the movie was Mark Hamill was incredible, despite the fact that I thought he was Clancy Brown at the start of the movie.
Why'd you think it was Clancy Brown?
I don't know.
None of the facial figures of Clancy Brown.
I don't know what Clancy Brown looks like in person. I just kind of
Have
like.
you
I thought
seen
his
those two stand next to each other?
No, I haven't. I've
One is
never
a
seen Clancy Brown in
giant,
person.
and one is Mark Hamill.
Is Clancy? How tall is Clancy Brown?
He's big. He's huge.
I've never seen him in person.
He's 6'3".
6'3". Oh my god.
How big is Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill. Long walk. Wow, what a good search result. No, sorry, it's not Mark Hamill. It's Moff Hamill.
Moff Hamill's Moff. Dax can't type.
Shut up! I'm a little. Oh, he's 5'9".
He's 5'9".
Oh my god.
He's a short.
That explains why they.
I'm taller than Mark
such a
Hamill.
big penis
I'm
next
taller than Mark Hamill. I think.
Yeah.
No.
Look at you! You're like fucking 6 feet.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm taller than Mark Hamill. I'm 5'11".
yeah, by like 2 inches.
I'm 5'11". Bros!
Never
Solidarity.
5'11".
Not quite. No,
Never forget.
not you. Not you. Seamus.
Wow.
Not you, Seamus.
Get the fuck out of here!
I think you're gonna call me Shane.
No.
But
I think I have run out of things to say.
I don't know if I'd call Mark Hamill's acting extraordinary. It wasn't bad.
No.
I just say he did a good job.
I thought he did a great job.
Well, the reason I say he did a good job is because his character isn't really one for emoting.
No.
Or you know stuff like
think-
that. That's just how his character is, and it's like you get some good lines from him and stuff like that. But for the entire movie, he's got the same delivery.
I thought that's what worked so well about his character is how deadpan he is in the face of insane atrocities.
I just think because of all the voice roles that he's been like either given or like taken, it's just like you can tell that like he's not like a choice for the role.
I think he was. I think his voice suited the role perfectly.
I'm not saying for this film. I've just been like another project where he's like, oh yeah, no, he was not good.
Because we could talk about like how much the ending broke us, but at the same time, it's like what really broke me was Olsen's death.
Olsen crushed me.
Because at the beginning of the story, he's like, I'm here to win. We can't make allies. And then throughout the story, he's insulting the guys constantly, but he has some sort of camaraderie with them.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point where his body just can't fucking take it. He's got a limp at one point, and
does, near the end.
Near the end of his
life.
Of his life. And it just gets to the point where when he like gets shot, he just keeps screaming, "I did it all wrong."
Yeah, he did. That was brutal.
It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Olsen's death. I loved Olsen as a character. I loved the angle that the movie explored of how by making allies, I think Pete is the one at the beginning who says, they say you shouldn't make friends on the long walk, but fuck it, right?
Fuck it. You're going on this huge walk.
Characters would frequently lift each other up when they would otherwise certainly die. Especially Pete and Ray, but other characters would too. By doing so, though, they kind of extended their suffering by a lot, because by making allies and trying to keep each other alive, then there can only be one winner, and so therefore you extend the runtime of the game.
Exactly.
There can be only one. So
for the greater good.
About halfway through the movie, I was like, man, there should be like a few winners so that you can have hopes for certain characters making it out alive together. But I think the more it got to the end of the movie, the more I'm like, no, this works way better.
Yeah.
That it's only one winner.
I feel like it would kind of lose the morality of it if it had like just different winners.
Yeah, it would. If multiple people could win. That was a
Great,
very-
you guys made it.
that
Now
was a-
fight for it.
No, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it happens in the end. Is like, well, if two people are left standing and they make friends and they're forced to stab each other in the back. I thought that the ending was going to be some kind of brutal, painful backstabbing, but it was kind of worse because it was, but in reverse. Essentially backstabbing each other over who would martyr themselves for the other person to win.
Yeah. It also, I just want to talk about Ray because when I was watching the movie, I was kind of like, yeah, nothing's really going on for Ray because he's he wants to probably support his mom and
Right.
he believes in a lot of good things, and he's the one speaking up against Long Walk first.
Right.
But then the movie keeps going, and you realize that his character isn't more so his backstory; it's more so how he's going to react to the Long Walk.
Yeah.
Because this character goes through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You probably would too if you were in that situation, just
Yeah.
hearing a bunch of gunshots from people that didn't make
Right,
it.
he's constantly going through people just dying. He keeps getting tired. He has to remove his shoes at
His
one
shoes at
point,
the end, yeah.
and so he's got to walk barefoot
You
with
can see his
his blood.
disgusting bleeding foot.
Yeah.
coming through his
The bleeding socks.
That was brutal to look at. The
Yeah,
effects in that movie, by the
eat
way-
your fucking heart out, Norman Reedus.
I know.
This guy's the real Walker.
Speaking, I guess on the subject, the effects in this movie I thought were pretty good.
Well, yeah, mainly
Like-
just
like
the
blood, the
gunshots.
gore, the gunshots, yeah, the sound design too. I was talking about like the visual stuff.
Right.
I thought the visuals they did a really good job of
Yeah.
making it all look pretty real.
But yeah, this Ray goes on a bit of a journey of just like figuring out what he wants to do
Yeah.
because his main goal was mainly I'm gonna kill Mark Hamill because he killed my dad.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. But then
That's
but
at the end.
but then Peter is like, no, you gotta find your moment. You gotta think about your mom. And then at the very end, we think that Ray's gonna go with it and choose to live with his mom, but then he says something absolutely heartbreaking to Peter, which is just I can't find it, but you can.
Yeah, that was the moment that I mentioned earlier about how Ray sacrificed himself because he saw Pete as the one who could bring others out of the darkness, out of the misery of the world. Because Pete was truly the MVP of the Long Walk, which was kind of his purpose as a character. His whole thing was that he was just honestly, Pete was probably the reason the Long Walk lasted for 373 miles.
Was that the only one, by the way, who got like a freaking Shawshank Redemption from Pete and Ray?
What?
Just like a dynamic between the two dudes. It just made me think Shawshank Redemption, just a more darker version.
Shawshank Redemption.
Can you imagine
fans
if it was like-
when they see a white person and a black person being friends? Oh my god, it's like the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my god, brah!
Sorry, I'm giving you shit.
I know.
But no, yeah, I think his character was kind of brilliant.
My name is Pete, and I
one thing-
love Morgan Freeman.
See, it's like Lethal Weapon. Look, Shawshank.
Oh my god, it's like Morgan Freeman.
It's like Morgan Freeman.
I loved Andy because Andy started out just completely jaded, thinking, oh man, this is kind of like, I'm just doing this to save myself, but it's terrible. The whole system is fucked. And he keeps that belief in mind throughout the whole movie, which I think anyone in that situation totally would.
Yeah.
But he starts out, right, once he gets a little ways in, he wants to do something good, either for himself or for his family or for the world. I think one thing he says is you have to wish for something money can't buy you. When Olsen says, I wish for 10 naked ladies. That was a really funny conversation.
I did like that.
by the way.
Then you figure out that he was the only one there who had a wife.
Right, yeah. That was tragic to hear at the end. That was right after he died.
I know it's myself fucked up, but I'm just kind of hoping there's going to be like Frank Reynolds in the Long Walk. I'm sorry,
But yeah.
the ending made me kind of cry. I had to at least have a dark humor
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
the ending was crushing. But before I get to the ending, Ray kind of got to the point where he realized he wanted to do something good, but by the end, especially when it's just the last two, but he also talks about how he wants to kill the Major earlier, and he whispers it to Pete only, which is part of why he was so cagey about what his wish is. So he just, that desire to do good for the world and to go back and live with his mom is just completely crushed. Which I think really reinforced the tragedy. He saw, he decayed as a character, but he saw that he could not be the light in the world that he thought Pete could be. But now we'll finally talk about the ending. We danced around it for so long. What happened in the ending was that Ray sacrificed himself because he saw Pete as the light in the world. Right?
Yeah.
Pete, at this, though, winds up falling apart completely, and he does exactly what Ray wanted to do, which was wish for one of the soldiers' rifles and shoots the sergeant.
Well, here's where we talk about what did the ending mean, because when he says this is for Ray, his voice like echoes.
Yeah.
And then when he shoots him, there are no guards or anything. So there's a few ways you can interpret this. There's only two ways you can interpret this, which is either the last parts of the ending are in his head, or he shot Mark Hamill and he's basically already made it to the afterlife because there's no one else around him and he was most likely shot.
Right. But the kind of symbolic significance is that by kind of breaking down and taking Ray's revenge for him, he goes against Ray's wish to be the light in the world, to not be like him. He instead becomes like Ray.
Because he lost his only what felt like a brother to him.
Yeah. That, like, Ray was his motivation to keep going. You know, he was the light that guided Ray, but the light still needed Ray to guide. You know.
Yeah.
So that was him kind of, in a tragic way, choosing to extinguish the light that Ray saw in him, which was himself, you know? So I thought the ending was brutally beautiful for that exact reason. Was that by taking that action and by not choosing to go on, he extinguished the light.
And Peter is walking in the darkness.
He walks off. Yeah, he walks off into the dark. I always interpreted that as him dying, but as not a...
You can either interpret it as, like, him dying for real and just entering the afterlife of continuous walk into darkness, or you can interpret it as it's all in his head and he's just dead on the inside.
Maybe, yeah. I thought that the implication was that Pete died soon after the ending. I kind of wish they put... I feel like it would have helped if they put like a gunshot noises as it cut to black to really drive home that theme of the last light from this whole situation being extinguished. You know?
Yeah.
It was kind of jarring that they didn't do that.
I think it's better that he's just continuing to walk.
I guess. Yeah. I think that is meant to be symbolic of like, oh well, because the light. The cycle continues.
Yeah.
The Long Walk, this is not a one-time thing in universe. The Long Walk is a thing that happens presumably annually, I think is what we're led to believe.
You know what wasn't a subtle thing? Them walking and just seeing the thing that was just like, in the train, you get to be relaxed and calm.
I kind of liked that part because the whole point was that it was just them at that point after so much misery just being...
Well, I just think it's a little bit of overt symbolism there. It's just like, by the way, you're not calm.
Yeah. I liked that part because it was like, now the environment is trying to just destroy them in time.
Right.
At that point, you feel like everything is your enemy in that situation.
Why are you getting your headphones on?
What? Shut up.
But yeah, I think I have run out of things to say about the movie, but I loved it. I thought it was great. It was beautifully tragic, and everyone walked out of that room a lot more miserable in the exact kind of perfect way that a movie with a good point
Don't remind
does.
me.
I saw a guy, so we were the last ones to get up.
I saw a guy.
I saw a guy get up across in the seat.
He went on a walk on his own.
He went on a walk on his own. He walked for 374 miles. He beat the record. He got up And the way that his facial expression and the lighting in that room, it was exactly that thing that like TV shows do where they do the shadow over the character's facial features, where it's like their eyes are all dark and like half of their face is dark and you can only see like the shape of their eyes and their mouth. It was exactly like that, and it was really, really funny. It was great. But yeah, that was The Long Walk. I loved it. I thought it was a phenomenal film.
I really like it too. Andy
yeah.
made me cry as shit.
We liked it. Us two liked it. What about you?
Yeah,
Overall.
I thought it was great.
All right. Yeah. We all liked it. I loved it.
Yeah, we all liked it.
DC liked it.
Yeah. I was the only one that was teary-eyed between you guys. You guys were just broken.
Which is why I'm surprised you didn't have more to say.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Well, just me crying basically explained it all.
Yeah, Dax. It broke Dax at the end.
It broke him so much he put on his headphones.
Shut the fuck up.
To watch a video about King K. Rool.
Shut up! Why are you looking through my personal stuff?
You're the one who's not hiding your cards. You're bleeding.
Look, Markiplier.
You know what? I would not.
Oh, is that a YouTube poll?
Shut up!
Deadpool on it?
No! It's not
All
like I'm
right.
looking up bad things.
All right.
Sonic.
Now I have really run out of things to say about the movie for real this time, so that is all.
I mean, you've done your job as a guest. You stole the show.
Is that not what a guest is for?
Be our guest. That was terrible shit.
Oh, like every time they put on the Andy Griffin show, you know, his guests got to talk. They got to do the most talking. So,
It's kind of the point of a talk show when you think about it.
yeah. But yeah, that was Long Walk, and I don't really have much to say because Spectre kind of took it all.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you did your job. All right, you did your job. But yeah, that was a long walk, and you know,
And now,
there's our guest Spectre.
Special guest Spectre coming to
you live from Los Angeles.
coming 3 hours away from a Melee tournament. Woo!
Go Broncos.
I got crushed.
Go Space Broncos.
So it doesn't matter.
Alright.
All right.
And we don't know what the next film will be. It could be anything. But next is October. Oh wait, yeah, October. At the start of it, isn't it like Tron Ares?
Oh yeah, on October 10th.
I'm thinking about that.
No,
October 10th.
listen. I really want to watch that, and I can't do these videos without you.
Why? I mean, I haven't seen.
Cause you're my buddy.
It's
I know,
alright,
but I
Fargo.
haven't watched,
I'll
like-
drive 2
But
hours
to be fair, I
get
haven't
here
watched-
again, and I can be the replacement Dax for one episode.
Actually, you do kind of look like me, so.
No, I do not.
No, you didn't.
You're a better version of me. Yeah, but let's be honest. I haven't even rewatched Tron Legacy in a while, so I don't know how that story would conjure with the
I
new
know.
one.
We'll watch the Tron movies.
Hey, it's alright.
Yeah, you guys
All right.
have-
I mean, I did say I would watch it for
There's, like,
9 Inch Nails,
a
but
There's
really-
like 3 weeks you have until Tron Ares. You guys have time. The next movie I
We
want
have
be
time
here
to
for-
just go for a walk,
yeah.
see
A
the
long
sun,
I'm going for a drive.
I
eat a burrito.
I know that the next movie
Kick a donkey.
the next movie I want to be here for is
I
Running Man.
want to
be here for Running Man.
Oh yeah, Running Man. Well, that's in November.
Yeah.
But
I'll watch the original.
I want to see the Long Walk to Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Just boogie walking.
Pete's back, and this time
I can't handle this piece of shit road.
Pete's back, and this time he's not crucifying around.
Cruising fucking around.
Alright.
Boogie just walking down the road. It's like, I want to die. I'm in so much pain. Help me.
The first shot of the
I'm in so much
trailer-
pain. I'm in so much
The
pain.
first shot of the trailer is Olsen coming down from the heavens with angel wings and a halo.
But yeah.
Yeah, that was a long
Well,
walk.
that was a long walk,
That was the long walk.
and now we're gonna go for a long
we're
drive.
gonna go for a long walk.
Shin, you shut up.
373 miles, boys. You got 5 days. Let's go. All right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Snoopy.
So about that Stephen King cocaine.
No!